Your background should never put your back on the ground. And this particular story we're going to be talking about on Black and Proud today on Nothing with Abby actually depicts this particular like cliche or what on the marble of words of wisdom. And we're going to be talking about none other than Professor R.ã.pë Bamishile. All right, beautiful people, you're welcome to another episode of Nothing with Abby. And today I'm going to be talking about how a product of rape became a professor. And this is actually an inspiring and motivating story. And I would love our young ones to learn a thing or two from there. Even the older ones can also learn a thing or two from it. And before we go ahead with Professor Helen Paul's story, my name is Nosa Biodun. I'm a nurse, I'm a midwife, I'm a public health advocate, and I love what I do. On this channel, on my YouTube and Facebook page, I talk about nursing, I talk about lifestyle, and I talk about everything in between. Now, I'm a nurse licensed to practice both in Nigeria and in the United Arab Emirates. And like I always say on this particular on my channel, that this segment Black and Proud was born out of an inspiration that I got when I visited Expo 2020 in Dubai. And I got to realize how the country gave every country an advantage to showcase their beauty and their splendor. And I just decided, what if we do not celebrate ourselves? Who will? Now, so on this particular segment, I do celebrate phenomenal and exceptional, extraordinary Nigerians, either in Nigeria and in diaspora, doing wonders and worthy of emulation. Now, today, this actually is the day I heard the story, I was in tears. Yes, she actually told us her story herself during one of the like women's conference or forum. You could check her page on Helen Paul on YouTube to get more information about it. But what I got was that she actually said that she was a product of a rape, and unfortunately, maybe she got to know her father, I don't know, but she grew up with that mindset. And you can imagine when a child is like unwanted, like somebody, a child who had to go live with the grandmother, because of the stigma and all that. And sometimes people boo at her, her colleagues at school would jeer at her, they would make jest of her, they would make fun of her. And you can imagine what that would do to the self-esteem of a young girl. Now, she grew up with that mindset, but she did not allow the mindset to limit her. She decided to grow out of that situation, to decide to make the best out of her life. And she started as being a casual worker, a clerical worker in a particular establishment, where I think it was a radio station, there about doing jingles and all that. And there was a particular day that they wanted to do a commercial. I think it was a milk commercial, and they needed a young child, maybe a boy or girl, and they booked the child for the commercial on that particular day. But as fate will have it, the child could not attend the commercial, and that was like the deadline that they had. So the producer went to her and requested that maybe she knows any child that can act that particular role and all that. And she was like, she doesn't know a child right now, but can she act the role? She was not a child at that moment, but I think she's just maybe out of her boredom and her grief, she was able to develop herself to speak like a child. And lo and behold, they tested her, they tried her, she started the commercial, and they really loved what she did. And that brought out the comedian action in her, which was tatafo. And that's what a lot of people know her to become, to be. Now that was how she came to limelight. Let me put it that way. She would use her, a baby voice to speak on particular issues, and it would be like comical and jocular and all that. And she gained a lot of recognition in Nigeria. And she did not stop at that. Remember, she had a story. She had a story already that was already, battering her self-esteem. But easy for her, she was able to speak through that medium without having to show her face and all that. She was able to develop her self-esteem, to coming out and doing comedy shows, joining other comedians to do shows and skits and all that. And she did stop with her academic career. She kept on pushing. She went to Unilag, she became a lecturer, she became a professor, and the feather on the cap that really made her boom even into limelight, apart from the fact that she got married to the love of her life and she has wonderful children to show for it, she became a head of department for the Department of Music, Department of Entertainment and Art in Hart University. And that is, yes, Art University, that's not in Nigeria, in the United States of America. And you can imagine a Nigerian earning that type of accolade, that type of recognition, that type of position. it's really beautiful looking at what she has gone through, looking at how she's been able to maneuver through the negativities, the lemonade, the lemons that the world threw at her. She was able to create lemonade out of it, which is so inspiring and motivating. I told myself, I said, what exactly is to take home in this? That there is always a situation that might want to bring you down. Like so many situations that might want to bring you down. There are always the no's, there are always the negativities, there are always be battering self-esteem. But what do you make out of it? Did you just allow the self-esteem to keep drowning you into depression? Do you just allow those words of negativities to keep hounding you and making you boxing you into a cocoon? Or would you just find strength within yourself to break out of it? Find that goodness that you have and find a way to portray it to the world for people to exchange such goodness for rewards for you. And I think that is what R.ã.pë Bamishile did. She's actually an icon, a Nigerian icon. She's a Nigerian hero, and she's worthy of emulation. I don't know if you know any other thing about her. You can put it in the comment section, or if you feel that you've been inspired by the way that she has been able to change the status quo of the world concerning her to be a celebrity or a scholar. Yes, a scholar of repute. It's so amazing. It's so amazing. And I just decided that I have not met her before personally, but I hope one day I will meet her and tell her how she inspires me. Yes, she really does. A lot of people do not even have that much background, that type of background, but they are still blaming themselves for how they look, how they talk, how they act. And you should just find a way to break out of that and find that strength inside of you and that goodness that you can show the world and exchange it for rewards and benefits. And that's all I have for you today on Nursing with Abby, Black and Proud. If you have any comments, any questions, if you're still having issues with trying to relocate, moving to the United Arab Emirates as a licensed nurse, please contact me. Let me know. I can help you out with a little information that I have, and I would love that together we achieve more. Thank you so much for joining me in this episode of Nursing with Abby. Remember to like, to share, and to subscribe. And I'd love to see your comments. Yes, I'd love to see your comments below. And please ensure that you share this with your friends, nursing friends alike, and let us learn and share together. Thank you so much for another episode. Till I see you next episode. Bye for now.